Discussions with Dena. I am your host, Dena, and I am a future country music artist. That's right. Beyonce's country album has inspired me also to release my first country music album. Yay! But before I do, I gotta talk about this Bo or Luke Duke fella and other individuals out here expressing their hitting biases once again. I tell you the truth, I never knew who was who on the Dukes of Hazzard. We just called them the one with the white hair and the one with the black hair. That's how I remembered them. I never knew one from the other. So I guess it just wasn't that important to me. But it wasn't until later that I learned that exactly who General Lee was. And believe me, once understanding whom and what this fellow did, I feel bamboozled. I feel tricked. I feel hoodwinked. And I feel that I was led astray with this Dukes of Hazzard thing. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day though. But since learning about General E. Lee, I still feel kind of like I should be rebuking my older family members who allowed us to watch and even revere these characters on TV. But of course, that was a different time and place, and now that we know better, it is up to us to teach better when it comes to the next generation of young black people. At least you are supposed to. Don't know if that stands today in a world where anything seems to go. Anywho, I am even though I can feel shame and almost embarrassed to admit that yes, I watched them Dukes. I have decided not to hide that fact any further. I will not bottle up these feelings. Instead, I will release them into one of my country songs. Okay? Because surely if the Zac Brown Band can sing about how they like their chicken fried, the cold beer on a Friday night, and a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up, and the judge singing, Mama, he's crazy, crazy. Hey, I remember all this stuff the devil went down in Georgia. If they can sing this, then certainly there should be no problem with me singing a song about an old devilish general spirit in a car. Right? Right. Anywho, there has been so much talk, and I call it a bit of a fake controversy that's kind of to hide the disdain about Beyonce's country music album and her releasing what I think are two very good country songs, and the fact that she has chosen to sing a different genre of music. She's singing country. She has sung R&B, soul, I guess you can call it pop, hip hop, there are even gospel songs. Why not country? Why should she, or I, for that matter, not be able to sing or make country music and be listed as a country artist? Because we have sung in the past different genres of music. It's one's own choice. Shouldn't you have the right to choose? And what's wrong with mixing it up? A lot of people do that, and I don't hear anyone complaining. And that's whether you are a Beyonce fan or not, because there are so many that have their own personal reasons why they feel that she should not get into singing country music, and that's your business. You can feel any way you would like to feel. But this is, in my opinion, bigger than just Beyonce. To me, it's an issue of cloaking racism into this so-called guideline for singing country music. It's again the cloak of racism. It's always wrapped up tightly in this white supremacy doctrine, this ideology that hides right in front of our eyes, that some people are using to pretend like Beyonce is not qualified to sing country music. Why isn't she qualified? As if one must be born into a special place in America to be able to sing country, or have a special accent, or even have the complexion for the acceptance or a special inclusion or approval pass. I say absolutely not. That's a bunch of baloney. It seems to be racism once again, neatly wrapped up tight in this white gatekeeping of country music, branding it as if it belongs to the Caucasian persuasion, and that's just simply not true. Because we know that this stuff we're calling country music and Dixie or honky tonk was all derived from black people. Black people here in America, to be honest, and it does not belong to Caucasians. As with many other things that originated right here from among our people here in America, it was confiscated, it was repackaged and rebranded and given back to the world as something belonging to white people. But it is absolutely not for them alone, nor that they started. So if you are black now and want to be a country music artist or want to be included in the country music genre, then somehow now you must climb their highest mountain, jump through their hoops, and meet their idea of what country music artists actually should look like, sound like, and must be. No, I just don't recall getting the memo or even having to stamp my approval for Justin Timberlake being played on R&B stations or hip hop stations, or Tina Marie or Sam Smith, or who's this guy, Post Malone, Eminem. I don't remember giving any approval. And then what about this Elvis guy? I even hesitate to say that. But for them to be played on, quote, black stations. And they're not black, and why would they be on black genres or listed there? And by the way, for the records, I do indeed like listening to Justin Timberlake and Tina Marie's music. I like it. Why? Because I am a music connoisseur. And I happen to like many genres of music, but I am deeply rooted and I love my soul, my rhythm and blues. I do. I get that from my mom. But just hearing this response from this Bo and Luke Duke guy, John Snyder, listen at him speak such foolishness. It just reminded me of the simple-minded response that we know are often cloaked, as I say, with underlying racial views and positions that come from way back in the day. And many people tend to secretly share this thought process amongst themselves. It was clearly evident at the CMA Awards show as well. There are some things we have just come to expect here, living in America, but it doesn't mean we have to accept it. Again, we have to knock down the door and create our own genre, or let them know this is not exclusively for you. But let's take a listen to something that this Bo and Luke Duke guy said. He was having a conversation with he was a guest on another show, and he made this remark, and it's very insulting. Let's take a listen.
Right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree, right? Because I know a little something about country.
Oh yeah, Bo and Luke do. Whichever he is, he tried it. Oh yes, he tried it. But you know, I want to interpret that for you. He tried to use a word, liberal or the right, or you know how they use words to mean something else. But we have the ability to translate what the good old boy means. You know, I'm from the South myself. So let me interpret it, what he was really trying to say. How dare this black bee come trying to take over country music? You taking over country music too? Can't we white folks keep some for ourselves? Country music is pretty much all we got left. We already done let a few of you blackies sing country music. We let you have your Charlie Pride and your Darius Ruckus. Can't we keep something for ourselves? End quote. Now, I have to say that Beyonce's introduction into the country genre, which is not new, She has done other country songs, but she's not only bringing attention to herself, but she's shining the light on and bringing attention to other Black and mixed race country artists like Buckle Bunny, Mickey Guyton, Brittany Spencer, along with Jimmy Allen, Claire Francis, and Cowboy Troy. And these people have been out a while, but you probably never heard of them. But this is a good way to bring them attention as well. We have always listened to country music in one form or another. I can recall just a couple of years ago, my baby's singing a song by Georgia Florida that featured Nelly rapping in it. It was, "Baby, you're a song, you make me want to roll my windows down, cruise." Perhaps it's the black female that they have a problem with. I don't know, with this country music thing. But it's something to ponder about. It could be a bigger issue there. Or is it just deeply rooted in their fear of black people somehow taking back over that particular genre? Either way, it is food for thought, because I did not see any kind of outrage from rap and hip hop artists that joined other white country artists on stage or in performing at all. I didn't see anyone get upset with them when they were performing the way Alan Jackson did at the 2016 Country Music Awards when he saw Beyonce performing with the Dixie Chicks, when she did her country song, Daddy Lessons, with the Dixie Chicks. A lot of them was in their feelings, and they even hesitated to clap, even though it was a beautiful performance and Beyonce did well. Yes, she did. But we have to get an understanding of what they consider the guidelines to be for country music. What makes a song a country song or qualifies it to be country music? Now, it is said that in order for it to be country music, it has to be known for its ballads, dance tunes, honky-tonk music, simple form, folk lyrics, harmonies, generally accompanied by instruments such as fiddles, harmonicas, banjos, and different types of guitars, including acoustic, electric, steel, and I hear all of this in the songs. Again, the criteria for a country song is that it must be folksy, cowboy, and blues with string instruments. Like they said, banjo, guitars, simple harmony. And that's what I hear. I listen to the song Tennessee Whiskey, and it's really the same song, the same sound, the same beat and melody as it is the song I'd Rather Go Blind. But as I was listening, I said, well, what made it country in one essence and the other would be considered blues or rhythm when someone else sings it? And I think the only reason it was considered, quite honestly, country music is because some white guy performed it that said he was a country artist. So basically, the criteria is that a certain group of Caucasians must approve of said music and of the artist in order for it to be called country. But it's a question, so I'm pretty much just asking for a friend, because all of the listed criteria to me for country music and songs were clearly met. It's simply more of us having to kick in the doors once again of the Caucasian gatekeepers. What do you think about this topic of discussion? Subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And I want to invite you to join me for another discussion with Dena. Ta-ta!
This concludes your daily discussions with Dena. Join us Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.